Hello. Hello. Yeah. Uh, Ladies and gentlemen, today it is April 9, 2020, Pacific time, 11, 11:17. Yeah. And today the Phoenix, it is sunny day. It is very good day. We hope this kind of weather it will continue for some more time. Yeah, because as I said, the hot and dry will not help the virus to spread. So we hope this kind of sunny weather will keep at least 1 month, 2 months. Yeah. But anyway, um, yesterday we explained the weather elements and like the cold, like the heat, like the dampness, and we explained their properties. We explained how how they do harm for the human body, and the cold is water toxin. Yeah. Remember when we talk about disease or the problems, we talk toxin. When we talk about health, we talk energy. So the cold is water toxin, and it consumes the fire energy, and that means the cold could reduce your fire energy to break the balance of the water and the fire energy. The cold can freeze your body, can freeze your energy flow to make blood blockage, and then you will have a lot of pains. We mentioned about that, and that is why when you catching flu, the wind and the cold flu, and you will have headaches. But because the cold can close the pores, so you will have no sweat. You will have no sweat. And also, we mentioned about fire toxin will consume your watch energy to break the balance of fire and watch energy. And the fire toxin also can speed up your blood and the energy flow to make the bleeding in the digestion system. Yeah, because it is hot, it can speed up the blood and energy flow. Japanese is water toxin too, right? And it can consume your fire energy. But the Japanese is heavy property, which will make you feel very heavy in the body. And also, the Japanese is viscous. Viscous, I think it's viscous. Yeah, viscous. And it can make the stools, your poops, sticky and greasy. And that means when your poops is greasy and sticky, you know what's problem, what's going on. And then later when we talk about the solutions, you will know, oh, this we should use, that we should use. And also the Japanese toxin, and because it is sticky and greasy, and when this toxin is in the kidney and bladder system, you could have the dripping urine, and even you can have the stomach. If the dampness in the allergy system, you could have the gallstones. This means the stones, at least from dampness toxin. In fact, the stones is from heat or hot and the dampness toxin together to make that. This is how natural health know. It's different. We don't talk about the virus. We don't talk about bacteria. We talk about the property. And the dampness, in other words, it is humidity or humid. Now, this is easier for people to understand. Today, we will explain dryness. Dryness is one kind of 6 energies or 6 toxins or 6 weathers. And from the name, you will know dryness is dry. It's dry. Right? It's dry. If dry, you can imagine or you can remember no water. Right? There's no water inside. And this kind of dryness will consume water energy. Yes. Will consume water energy. will consume it. And dryness likes to attack the airline system or the lung system to make your skin is dry. Skin is connected with airline system, and also it can make the people to have dry cough and dry throat, and also it can bring a lot of breathing problem. So the dryness will attack the airway system mainly. And dryness happens in the autumn. After summer passed away, after summer gone, when the autumn come, and the people will feel very dry. Even in the humidity places, the people will also feel more drier than before. In fact, this kind of dryness is brought by the seasons. It happens in the autumn mainly, or the dry circumstances when the people living like in the desert. Like I'm living in the desert places right now. It's Arizona, right? Here it's very dry. But recently, because the special weather, the God put a lot of rains here, and here it's become some more humid than before, than normal. And this is not good for the people to protect against. It's no good for people to fight against with the virus. As I told you, But anyway, we cannot control that. That we just need to protect ourselves to against that. And the dryness, so in the seasons, it happens in the autumn. In the geographies, in the desert, or even the AC can make the dryness, because the mechanical function of AC, it can remove the humidity, it can remove the moisture to dry the air, So right now, the man-made and the nature weather, it happens everywhere. And the next we will talk is about fire toxin. It's about fire toxin. In fact, fire is fire toxin. It consumes the water energy seriously. What means seriously? Seriously, we not put this word here, but fire is strong. Fire is fire toxin. It can strongly consume your water energy. By this way, this kind of fire toxin to break the balance of water and fire energy. And once the balance are broken, and you will have health issues. You will be sick. Sure, if the only fire toxin invades you, and you will show the water energy low and the fire toxin high symptoms. The fire likes to attack upper body. This kind of fire attack upper body, including the head, including the lungs, including the upper back. And fire could make internal wind for people who have shaking body. In fact, to understand this, To understand this, you can just remember when the people have shaking body, you can strictly consider that there are wind toxin in your body. You know, shaking is a lot of movements which you cannot control, right? And this kind of movement, the property is sportive. Which cause or which weather is sportive? It is wind. The wind cannot stay in one place always. They're moving always. So when you see the people shaking a lot or like dancing, right? But this means you can consider as wind toxin is generated in the body. And this kind of wind toxin, generally it is from fire toxin too much high in the body. This kind of internal wind toxin, it is from fire toxin is high. How you can understand this? You know, in fact, you can imagine how wind happens in the nature. According to even the modern knowledge. In fact, the wind, it is from, simply to explain, the wind is happening from the temperature difference. If like this whole area, right? The temperature right now is 100 F, okay? 100 F. But here, in a part of this area, there is somebody is burning the fire. A lot of fire is happening in this part. Okay? Soon, the wind will happen because here the temperature is very, 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 very high, and here is low, right? And then because of the temperature difference, they can generate the wind. You know, like in the human body, it's the same thing. Because in the ancient culture or in the natural health, we take the human body as the small nature. What happened outside, what happened in your body. It looks like different, but the mechanism or the rules are the same. You know, the fire toxin likes to attack your upper body. When your upper body, the temperature is higher because fire toxin, sure, it will increase your body temperature. And when your upper body, the temperature is high, lower your lower body is lower in temperature. There is two kind of temperatures happened in one body. Sure, they will generate the wind, the same thing. So when the fire toxin happens, mostly the people the limbs, the legs, the hands, shaking. That means the wind is happening in your body. And this kind of wind is from the fire toxin. Fire toxin will make your body temperature higher. In this part, that part. So this is, in fact, in natural health, we explain the health as nature. We explain the disease as nature also. We explain the disease as the nature problems. It's the same thing. So you just need to use your imagination and you'll feel. And you will know how the natural health knowledge it is. It's not difficult to understand. It's just to see if you believe it or not. Internal wind for people who have shaking body, right? Fire could speed energy and blood flow up to make people vomit blood. In fact, the fire toxin and the heat toxin is something similar. It could make similar problem because they all belong to fire toxin. They could make the fire toxin and the heat toxin is something different because the heat it contains some dampness inside, So fire could speed energy flow and blood flow up. You can imagine when your energy flow or when your circulation, when your blood flow is very fast, and it will make the blood is easily to go out of the blood vessels. It's also like on the freeway, on the freeway. Okay, sorry. It's also like on the freeway. On the freeway, on the freeway. There is a car, right? There is a car. Yeah, they drive slowly, no problem. And slowly, no problem. But if they can drive very fast, it's easier to go out. It's easier to go out of the blood vessels. If you take the freeway as blood vessels, if you take the car as the blood, it's the same thing. If the blood flow and the energy flow are speeding up, and it will easily to come out of the blood vessels to make the bleedings. And then people could have vomit. The people could vomit blood, or have the bloody stools, or have red spots on skin. Remember, this kind of red spot, that is not pimples, it's just the color difference. Comparing with its original color of the skin. It could this is called the red spot on the skin. And even if the fire toxin is too much, the people can have bleeding eyes, bleeding nose, bleeding nose, bleeding poops, vomiting blood, And another way is, in fact, the fire toxin could destroy the function, blood storage function of the energy system. This is another kind of explanation. The fire could disturb the consciousness. The fire could disturb the consciousness. What is consciousness? The consciousness, in fact, it is connected with HS system. When the people have too much fire toxin attacking the HS system, the people could lose the consciousness, or they just like murmur, talk themselves every day, all the time. But if you ask what you talk about, they say, I don't know. Something like this. It is this kind of consciousness problems. This means your HS system get attacked by this kind of fire toxin. Yeah, I think many people, they have made the problem like there is some patients, they lost their conscious, or they talk to themselves every day, all the time, but they do not know what they're talking about. This is called conscious problems also. This is connected with fire toxin. Sure, with fire toxin also can generate phlegm, you know. Fire toxin and a phlegm will make this. Phlegm. Later we will talk about the phlegm toxin. Phlegm, okay. Mucus, we can say mucus. The fire toxin could make acne, carbuncle, ulcers. In fact, you know, the fire toxin in the nature world, that is very, very good example is like volcano. Volcano make the whole earth like red, like you know. In fact, the volcano in the human body is like ulcers, or it's even like a carbuncle. It's even like the acne. Acne is small, carbuncle is bigger. Ulcers open the wounds. You know, okay, like acne, carbuncle, and open like this is ulcer. This is like acne. This is like carbuncles. This is like ulcers to open like you know this volcano happens. You can imagine because the natural health is from our ancient ancestors to watch how the natural world happens, and then they see comparing with your body, and then they get the knowledge of the problems and of the health. So fire could make acne, carbuncle, and ulcers. And let's see the picture. I prepared several pictures about this kind of sick stuff. Do not save, okay? Let's see. Yeah, sorry. We'll explain this picture for later special. You see, I think I should use not red or not okay. Should use white. No, yeah, no. You see, in fact, the fire toxin makes problems red. Make the problems red. You can imagine, you can connect. Oh, the fire toxin or the fire is connected with red. The fire toxin is connected with red. It's connected with hot. It's connected with burning. It's connected with speed up. It's connected with more active. It's connected with, look, hyper function. It's connected with hyper, for the function, for the function, we often to hear about the hyperfunction or the hypofunction. Oh, sorry, or the hypofunction, right? Or the hyperfunction. Hypofunction is low. Hyperfunction is high. For any kind of hyperfunctions, is connected with fire toxin high. This is very important knowledge. Very important verse. Very important verse. There is hyperfunction and hypofunction. Any hyperfunction stuff, any hyperfunction problems is connected with your fire toxin high. Fire toxin high. Without fire toxin, without fire, or without fire energy, or without fire function, fire toxin, well, no function. There's no function. So fire energy, even fire toxin, is important for you to have functions. All hypofunctions is connected with fire energy low. Fire energy low. Fire energy low. Hyper fire toxin high. Hypofunction. All hyperfunction is connected with fire toxin high. Or we can even say fire energy high. Okay, for easy understanding. I think the camera. Give me a second. Let me see. Give me a second. Let me check. Okay. So this is very important. 2 words. What you should know. What you should know. Hyper connected with fire high. Hypo connected with fire low. With this, when the people mention something to you, you have some gross idea. When they mention this kind of hyper, like whatever, the hyperthyroid, right? Even the high blood pressure, even the high blood sugar, even the whatever, the hyper function is connected with fire high. Hypo, I feel weak. This is hypothyroid. And it will remind you, these people, the fire low or fire energy low. If fire energy low, replenish, nourish the fire energy, okay? If the fire toxin high, cool it down. Anyway, the target is for balance, for making the fire energy and the water energy balance. And then it could be healthy. So, look, for here, the fire could make this. Actually, as I said, it is small, right? Small red, like this, right? Carbuncle is big one, right? Also, like here, right? Like here, it's like volcano, something like this. It's all from the fire toxin. You see the color, you see the color, you see the color. Yeah, you see the skin white. No. The white is dead cells, but the cells still alive. It's very red. You can see, and also it's very painful. It's very painful, and the fire burned the circulation, and it may make the circulation stuck. So it's very painful here. It's very painful here. So look, this is about the fire toxic, and it's terrible, right? It's really terrible. Like volcano, small when the volcano before, volcano happening, and the volcano already burst, already burst, something like this. Let's see. The last thing. So the fire could make acne. Fire toxin could make acne, carbuncle, and ulcers. Fire happens in summer mainly or related circumstances. The people who melt the metal, they're very, very hot. Even some many other places, when they planting the seeds, they have wall rooms, the warm rooms, and that also could happen the fire toxin, especially in the desert places. And desert places in the summer itself is a burn for the people. So how long time we have done? Today we done about 37 minutes. Okay. In fact, until now, we have finished the weather causes, the cause of disease about weather, and in fact, we finished about the weather. I think right now I can give some summary about the former two causes. Yeah, the first cause of the sickness is emotions. The second is weather. In fact, the emotions play a first important role to make you sick. Sure, the emotions or the mind play the first important role for making you healthy. That is one thing for two sides use. Remember, I told you when you know everything, you should keep this kind of touchy rules in your mind. And this kind of touchy rules tells you everything in the world, it has two sides. Everything in the world has cold and warm, daytime and nighttime, and active and non-active, and war and peace, high and low, high and short, inside and outside, upper and lower, black and white, dry and humid, sportive and non-sportive, smile and cry. So there is everything can be classified as two. And also the Techi that tells you balance is balance. Balance is the universe rule, and then also it is the universe target. Sometimes the imbalance is for next higher level balance. Is for the next higher level balance. So firstly, for this kind of picture, it tells you everything in the world has two sides. Which size you want to pick it up, it doesn't depend on the stuff itself. It depends on your attitude, how you pick it up. You can never find in the whole world only good or only bad stuff. If you are talking about, oh, this is the only good stuff in the whole world, remember, you are wrong. You are wrong. This kind of stuff too very bad for your health only. You are wrong. This means you do not find its benefit. Bacteria is good or bad? The virus is good or bad? And also in the whole world, you can never want to remove any other things and you only in the world to live. The only thing is make you yourself strong and then to live together. You never want to let any other people die and only you live in this world. And then by this, all the world belong to you. And then you will feel. And then for the energy, for the emotions play the first important role for making you sick. And also, the emotions play the first important role for making you healthy. That depends on how you use the emotions. Depends on you yourself. Secondly, vibration, as I said, it tells you the balance is the target of the universe. And balance is the health. Balance is stable. Balance can be forever. Too much water energy or too much fire energy, all this not stable. They make this kind of Techi lose balance. And also it tells you in there is black, there is white in the black. There is black in the white. This means like female has male hormones. Male has female hormones. In the very cold places, they still have warm. In the very warm places, they still also have some cold. Because this kind of opposite energy to make the world. So you never want to remove all the energy which are different with you. If you try to do that, you will fall into very, very big trouble. And since everything must be balanced for everything, if lose balance, it will be problems. Whatever the emotions, whatever the weather destroy. Abuse will destroy. And also, the third information, this technique picture tells us everybody, everything living in one. We're breathing the same air of the global. We're living in the same earth. We're living in the same universe. You have a house. I have my house. It looks like different, right? It looks like you're private. But we are living in the whole world, in the same world. Can never want to separate you and me. If you want to separate, if you want to be alone, you will get a big problem. So this need your mind to be open. You can leave your warehouse, but you not be so selfish. Do not be so selfish. If you're so selfish, you are not following the everything in one of the universe law, and then you will be punished finally. And also, this kind of teaching tells us there is no right or wrong. You see, the black is right or white is right. You see, black is wrong or white is wrong. No. Everything with its own properties, with its position, what it should work, it works. Purified water and dirty water. Dirty water is not good. Without dirty water, how we can see the purified water? You no need to drink the dirty water, but you no need to want to remove, no more dirty water in the whole world. Where the dirty water will go? The people eat good food, release the shit, right? The shit for you is shit, but for plant is very good food. It's very good food. So I say, you no need with your mind to differentiate this is good or this is bad so much. Everything just do what they should do. You can go to bathroom to release shit, no problem. And but you do not use your mind to do so much kidneys for that, because remember the plant are eating shit, and then you eat plant. You eat the wheat, you eat the coins. And those kind of plants is growing by the dirty earth. You see the dirty earth is wrong, or you see the dirty earth shouldn't exist. So keep your mind peace. Do not make so much differentiations. If you make too much differentiations, if you're too much picky, you will fall in big trouble. You can never find a peaceful space in the whole world. Okay, I think that's all for today. And as I said, Hersheytown Natural Health System is not a business, or it's not only a business. It could be a way to live. It could be a way to work. So I hope the people can watch the videos, can watch the information, and to give any advices about the information what we are talking. If you think it is useful, pick it up. If you think it is useless, just ignore. Shut down your computer or shut down your phones. That's it. Anyway, we will pray for all of the world people. We hope, we pray for this kind of virus will pass away as soon as possible. We pray the whole world, the people's better health and better wealth. Thank you.